Buongiorno, welcome back to the Italian campaign. Brand new Regina Isabella class battlecruisers are striking against 10 transports. Not really the battle I was after though. But this one has found an actual enemy. The Chinese Jingguan class heavy cruiser. It shouldn't be too difficult. Alright. This is our latest battlecruiser class. Already firing. Let's just turn down to cruising speed. Quite fast, 35 knots. Not quite as fast as the Capri class battlecruisers, but they do carry much heavier firepower. And I think more armor as well. A little bit more. Not battleships levels of armor, but there we go. Already landing some hits. Let's take a look at this Chinese boat before it sinks. Yeah. So I think those were 8-inch guns. Some weirdness going on with the with the placement of that secondary barbette, but that's okay. For an AI design, it's certainly not the worst I've seen. They actually landed a hit in return. They have torpedoes? I don't think so. Nope. And I think that's the end of her. Yep. I could probably have done that without taking the 1% of damage. But it's okay. Transport losses, none of mine. Denmark wants to buy some DDs. That is fine. Egypt, yes. See? It happened. Didn't actually get a conquest battle showing up though. Maybe it's gonna show up next turn. Let's send you back for back to port. You are living here in Valencia. Meanwhile, your sisters... That's a Soviet battlecruiser. I sent them here to intercept some British ships, but that obviously didn't happen. So let's send them out here. Yeah, because Germany is at war with Britain too. Can we increase tension with the French? I think so. I could probably get a peace treaty with Britain now, but I still want to fight some more of their ships. There you go, that's one of their battleships. It is heading, I thought it was heading here. That's why I sent these ships here. I don't really understand those movements, but okay. Let's just send these towards home. Hopefully they're going to run into that British battleship on the way. There we go, Soviet battlecruiser. Let's send 2 of these to fight the Soviet ship. Italia and Lepanto. Let's make sure they actually overlap. Yeah. That should give us a battle. Now then, 97%. So Azerbaijan should be mine next turn. '63, '67. It's not going as fast as I wanted. And it's again one of those cases where it would ironically be better if I just had 1 advance instead of 2. Because that's just how the game works, and it's kind of weird. Okay, let's go to September and see if something happens. I'd like to get my new battlecruisers into a battle with some of those British battleships before I end the war. Looks like we took Azerbaijan. Well, there is a meeting. No thank you, Germany. Sure. Here we go. And it's a 1v1. Not really what I was after, but okay. I thought I was just fighting light cruisers here. Let's see what the new Regina Isabella class is all about before we get that peace treaty. Now, I think I saw the British delete the design for the Marlborough class battleship. So it's not really worth much for to me as a war prize, because I would not be able to give it any refits. We are firing. Fortuna. Let's get all those turrets firing. 30 kilometers. Should have a 15% chance to hit. 18. There we go. Main deck pen with HE. That's exactly what I'm after. He's hitting me back. start punching through those belts. There we go. Jesus. That was close. I thought I was getting behind most of our turrets. That was kind of my my plan with the course change there. Well, it's a victory. Sadly, that's gonna be quite a few months in repair for that battlecruiser. Let's see, Azerbaijan is mine. Now, where did that, where did she end up? Here. 10 months repair. Let's send Doria and that cruiser to Bari instead, so we don't overcrowd Liverpool. We did not get a battle with that Soviet battlecruiser, even though it's right on top of our ships, or our ships are right on top of it. It's a British battlecruiser here, light cruiser also. In fact, let's send these two guys here. Where did these... Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on. Now, are they gonna try and go all the way around? Yeah. I really hate that mechanic where a ship can just block your axis like that. It should be like, yeah, you can try and go through, but you're gonna have a battle. That should be the thing. And the Americans are taking Burma from the British. Now for the Soviets, we are at 72 and 74% here. So which should only be a couple more months to take Slovenia. Yeah, my losses are fairly light compared to the Soviet losses. And technology, we've gotten the last armor thing. Advanced hull materials. It should make the ships just slightly better. Mark 4 19-inch, not that interesting really. That's 3 years and a bit to get Radar Rangefinder 3, which the Germans got a little while ago already. I did not get that conquest battle I said yes to take Egypt. Alright, let's see what happens. Peace between Britain and Italy. 6.5 billion. I don't really want their battleships. Not if they deleted the plans for them. That means they cannot be refit. If I knew I was getting plans for them, so I could give them refits, I would take all 3. Because I think I can make them quite good. Now, what do we want? I should have written down a list of all the territory I want to take. But basically, it's Africa. South Africa, Southwest Africa. And Orange Free State. Let's take Shetland as well. And I think that's about it. Fine, Bhutan. I don't really want to end up with a lot of islands in the Caribbean, because that could just end up costing me a lot of transport losses. Although, at this point, I probably have the Navy to spread out and defend all of it. But there we go. Yeah, I got some more land here. Not bad. Means I can send these ships home, probably. I don't think... no, I do... The Chinese have a battlecruiser. Yeah, they've up to 7 ships now. And again, where did that Russian battlecruiser go? Did it just disappear? No, the French killed it. France is also at war with the Soviet Union. Oh well. Guess I'm just sending these battleships home to Livorno. 82 and 80%. We can go home to Bari. And I've got quite a few DDs and light cruisers scattered around here. They should be able to generate some missions against the Chinese, like convoy missions and such. But it's just not happening. Let's see here. I'm building new DDs to come into La Spezia and Livorno and all those places, so I can send some of the older ones over here to Asia somewhere. Hopefully to generate some some more missions. Would be fun to get some of those ambush missions or something. And it looks like the I've been saying this for a while, but it's really starting to look like the Chinese and the Soviets are on the verge of collapse. Just because their GDP has become so tiny and it's shrinking by a lot. Soviet Admiral is being warned. I want to keep fighting the Soviets a little bit more. I want to take Slovenia. Denmark is buying more DDs. That's fine. The newest class even. The US has taken Burma. And is pushing into Bangladesh. I have successfully provoked the French. Yeah, 90 and 92. Went up by 10% since last month. Here we go. A Chinese battlecruiser. Send all 3 of these battlecruisers directly into the Suez Canal to block them, and one more here to Pula to cut them off. And I'm just kind of hoping that these guys will actually generate some kind of invasion mission, conquest of Egypt. It's not really something I can force. I just have to hope that the game gives me what I want. And my DDs have already arrived in Singapore. No missions generated though. Somehow they still have money in the bank. They were deep in the red a while ago, but I guess they've gotten more bailouts. Cannot provoke the French this turn. They're still far too friendly. And I have now taken Slovenia. Very nice. What happened to your battlecruiser, China? It's here now. Yeah, sometimes navies can block each other. Sometimes that is just not possible. Fine. We're going hunting then. Italia can go home to Valencia. Let's see, the big guns, they were, oh yeah, Mark 4 19s. Not that interesting, because I don't use 19-inch guns. First flight on new DDs will be done in only 2 months. Vendetta is being commissioned. Okay, for lack of anything else happening, let's refit the San Giovannis, because they lack automatic gun reloads. Alright, don't have that much weight to play with though. Let's give it modern armor 2. You can go down to auxiliary 3 engine. Auto 2 reload. Not that much overweight, surprisingly. Now, where can we make things lighter? Let's see, what's our flash fire chance? 1.6. Go down to shaft 2. I didn't save that much weight. That also didn't save too much weight. Could we remove... that's also not going to weigh too much. That saves a little bit. Lightening the inner belt. I don't really want to mess with the things that give me resistance, which isn't even that high. What kind of reload speed do I get now? 30-second base. It's going to be less than that once you factor in crew training. They had 44.3 seconds. Yeah. .2 seconds. 19,647. Yeah, Auto 2 is not that much heavier than Auto 1, but it gives you quite a bump in rate of fire. Fine, we're gonna go down on the anti-torp. And with the weight saved on that, can we add some to the fore and aft belts? Yeah, we can add some to the fore and aft belts. That's fine. Can we bring this back up to 4 inches? Not quite. How about 3.5? Let's just go with 3. So there is some weight to spare for potential future refits. Save design. Now the super battleship Madonna della Salute also needs a refit. So now she's got the Mark IV 18-inch gun. 50-kilometer range, okay, nice. Modern 2 armor, increasing her resistance to 151. Generation 2 radar. Let's see, what is our flash fire chance now? 1.9. 1.3. Decent. Triple bottom. Not really possible, but I would like it to be possible. If we go back to Barbette 4. If I drop the range down, that's not bad range. 21,000. Yeah, now let's keep the anti-torp 3. Then go to Barbette 5. That's the difference in resistance here. 3.5, 4.5. So it's 1%. Yeah, it does block more torpedo damage, but it's the resistance I'm mainly after. Going from triple to double to triple bottom, that's 4.5 to 7.5%. And it also blocks torpedo damage. So, all in all, a better deal if I have to pick one. We got some weight to spare. I think I'm gonna add some of that weight to the main deck. Can I bump it all the way up to 7 inches? No. But I can do 6.5. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it. I got 100 tons to spare. Electric 2, not really possible. Electrohydro, especially not possible. Yeah. Electrohydro is just too heavy. How about shaft 3 though? Not possible. That's 300 tons. How about auxiliary 4? Also not possible. Without changing a bunch of stuff. You only have standard shells. How about auto 2? Not possible. I'll go down to electric 1. No. But auto 2 is a nice thing to have. Sadly, it's also quite a bit, quite heavy. the reload time here now? 72.7 seconds. With auto 2, that would be 64.7 seconds. That's cutting down the rate of fire by a lot. But I would need increased ammo to make it work. Okay, let's find a way to make this work. Because I want it to work. It's Mega Tower 3. That is the best one I have available. So we're not gonna touch that one. Can we cut down the inner belt? The first one. It did save quite a bit of weight. Don't really want to compromise on turret protection. It would also be very nice to have super heavy shells. But now we are 900 tons overweight. And that's just quite a bit. If we go down to double what we started with. (151 resistance). Plus 131% slope design, minus 71% gun damage. I guess it just works. It's kind of good enough the way that is. So instead we can spend the extra weight on armor. A little bit of back and forth here, but that's just how it goes. So didn't really gain much in terms of resistance. Well, actually, going from Krupp 5 to Modern 2, that's a pretty hefty jump. So we did actually gain quite a bit in resistance and armor strength. But mostly we gained a lot in firepower by going to Mark 4 from Mark 3, Auto 2 reloading, and super heavy shells. It's quite a hefty ship now. 4.2% flash fire chance is not great, but it's just something we have to deal with. If I had Electro Hydro 2, 4.1, it's a little bit better in terms of flash fire chance, but it's also a little bit heavier. So, yeah. Can I manage 18 on the main belt? Not quite. But I can do 17.5. And that's not bad. So that is the improved Madonna della Salute 1942 2 refit. I guess if I really wanted to, I could reduce the 5.9s to doubles to save weight. But I think that's good enough. Wow, this ship has quite a lot of secondaries. I've kind of forgotten about that. But there we go. Save. And I thought it was done with the refits, but then I remembered I now have the Mark 5 14-inch gun. And while I don't think I'm gonna bother refitting the Donzellas or the San Pietro Apostolo, which also have 14-inch guns. The San Ferdinando class is quite new, and I think they're going to remain in service until the end of the campaign, unless they sink before then. And they have 14-inch guns, Mark IV. So they are currently at 59-second reload, 38-kilometer AP range. And yeah, let's see how they end up being Mark V. Now at Mark V, 50-second reload, 45-kilometer AP range. So quite a nice improvement there. But that's not where the improvements stop, because we're going to give it modern 2 armor. We're going to give it auto 2 reloading, generation 2 radar, which doesn't add any weight, funnily enough. Let's see if we can do something about the speed. We can drop the range down. 25,000 kilometers is still plenty good. Is it possible to make them go 35 knots? No, that is not possible. So we're just gonna keep them at 32. You can give them a triple. Oh no. Cannot give them a triple hull bottom. Not this one either. Would be nice if it was possible though. Let's see if it is possible. Not even that much overweight. We're talking about 30 tons, which is not really much. So no, I think this is possible. 6-inch gun, 41 caliber. .40 caliber. That's a nicer, rounder number. Let's remove some of their armor. There we go. No longer overweight. We have a triple hull bottom. Got better armor, better radar, better guns. Overall, just a slightly better ship. Yeah, that is some pretty nice firepower. 45-second reload with the auto 2 reloader, which is going to be even faster once you factor in crew training. So there we go. That's enough refits for now. All right, let's get some refits going. That's a lot of cruisers being refit. Yeah, we got the capacity. That's not a problem. Let's take the Madonna too. And the 2 San Ferdinandos. Wow, they are heavy. Okay. 74,000 tons. How heavy are our last? The latest Regina Isabella class battlecruisers are actually lighter, even though they have heavier armaments. But that's okay. And yeah, there we go. Economically, I think we manage. This is gonna go down as soon as all those DDs are finished. Let's see then if we can actually get some battles going with the Chinese. They have yeah, they've got a battlecruiser coming in. It will arrive in 3 turns, so maybe not this episode, but we might be able to kill some DDs. And then offer the Russians peace. Yeah, let's do that. Because they don't really have much of a navy anyway, and I've taken what I can take by land. This is gonna take forever. I can just take that as war operations. Maybe some of this stuff too. 1943, let's go. Peace treaty signed with the Soviet Union. Mm, 1.1 billion, and none of their stuff is actually worth much. Okay, I want to take Finland. I want to take... Can I take all of it? Damn, okay, I can take all of it. And some money. Fine. That was cheap. Those were some cheap regions. That's the advantage of fighting a nation that has horrible GDP. None of their regions are worth much. US has taken Guatemala off the British. Germany is attacking Venezuela. I could not take Armenia. It was not on the list. Damn, I even took Kamchatka. Very well. How are the Soviets doing now? Not well. Yeah, they are... well, I was about to say they are a couple of turns away from dissolving, but I've said that a couple times before and it hasn't happened, so... I'm guessing they've got some special AI nation thing to keep that from happening. Come on, let me just fight these 2 DDs. Let's get one fight going here. And it might even be with this battlecruiser. Maybe, I guess we'll see. They've been very good at avoiding me thus far. Understandable, really. I forgot to annoy the French. Germany and Russia are fighting. Now we are fighting the 2 DDs, not the battlecruiser. Okay, let's sink the 2 DDs. So we've gotten some fights now featuring the new battlecruisers. One versus a battleship that, while it was a victory, took a lot more damage than we actually needed. And then it was that fight versus the heavy cruiser, which was barely even qualifying as a fight. And then there's this, which also maybe not really a fight. Let's see, what kind of torpedo range do you guys even have? Eight kilometers? How is that possible in 1942? How is that even possible? Are they that behind on torpedo technology? But I don't think even fast torpedoes... If I were to mount fast torpedoes on some of my ships, I think they would have more range than 8 kilometers. Okay, first one is dead. Second one is coming in, but oh no, you only have 8-kilometer torpedo range. Will you get that close? No. Yeah. Denmark is buying more DDs. Fine. Ottoman Empire. Northern Turkey. Yes. No, it didn't show up. What the? Why don't it show up? Is it one of those things that it's gonna pop up next turn? And where did the Chinese battlecruiser go? No, it's heading back already. Okay, I see where you're going. Let's meet up here then. Okay. No, you got 2 light cruisers here. Let's beat up on those first, while waiting for the enemy battlecruiser to arrive. But that's gonna be next episode, unless I just skip it, and I will see you again after a time skip. I'm not sure yet, because there's just not that much happening currently in the campaign. And France is even more friendly now. Gosh darn it. Also, the Soviet Union is no longer the Soviet Union. They are Russia. And they are at war with Germany and France. And they have no ships. This is when it would be very useful for Germany, for their army to just march into Russia. I know that's commonly thought of as a bad idea, but I think this time it would probably work. Because they still have an army logistics of 2%. Also, it seems I am attacking Afghanistan, which I will probably get, because China has also an army logistics of 2%. Mine is down to 98%. Okay. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Goodbye, and take care.